Hello there, BoBo the Bitcoiner is back. If you review my Bitcoin educational series in my last numbers of episodes, you should understand the basic and fundamental of Bitcoin by now. We shall now move on to how Bitcoin affects the world and you. Government adopted new technology all the time. They don't fear smartphone, AI, satellites, or digital payment, but they fear Bitcoin because Bitcoin removes the government's monopoly over money. Most people thought government fear Bitcoin because it's new or dangerous. But the truth is much deeper. Bitcoin challenges the one thing government have always controlled: money. And when you challenge money, you challenge their power. Today, let's talk about why the government fear Bitcoin. Not the memes, but the real reasons. For the first time in history, people can store and move the value without going through a bank where there is a central authority. Whereas Bitcoin do not need permission. Bitcoin do not need a middleman. This is the part that scares the government. Not the technology, but the loss of control. In countries with weak or unstable currency, people see how fast their money is losing value, how inflation suddenly steals their saving, and how the government print money to solve political problems. Bitcoin becomes a savior. When citizens start comparing the currency to Bitcoin, their confidence in the local system drop. And government fear losing that confidence more than anything else. Because once people stop trusting the currency, the entire system becomes fragile. Many governments rely on capital control to keep the money inside the country. They limit how much money you can send overseas, how much US dollars you can buy, how much you can withdraw. Bitcoin break all these walls. A person with a phone or even just 12 words can move value across a border instantly. Government fear this because it weakens their ability to control capital. It reduces their power over citizens. It makes money truly global. And global money is something they cannot fully regulate. In the traditional system, bank account can be frozen, right? Asset can be seized. Transaction can be blocked. Bitcoin flip this upside down. If you hold your own key, no one can freeze your fund. No one can reverse your transaction. No one can stop you from sending value. This is freedom for individual. But a lot of power for the governments, and that's why they feel it. Government and central banks operate behind closed door. They decide who get bills out, how much money to print, which bank will survive. You heard of too big to fail, right? And which industry gets support. Bitcoin exposes all this because its supply is fixed, its rule is transparent, its ledger is public, open to the public, and its monetary system or policy cannot be changed. Bitcoin is predictable, government money is not. And that comparison makes governments uncomfortable. This is the biggest fear. Bitcoin is not trying to replace the government, but it does create a parallel financial system that the government cannot shut down. A system that runs 24/7, that has no border, that has no CEO, no headquarters, cannot be bribed, cannot be pressured, cannot be controlled. Government fear anything they cannot control, and Bitcoin is the first form of money that exists completely outside their reach. So why do governments fear Bitcoin? Not because it's criminal, not because it's risky, not because it's new. They feel it because Bitcoin gives ordinary people something they never had before: financial independence. And independence is powerful. So, in the next episode, we will look at another common fear. Bitcoin is used by criminals. And I will break down what the data actually reveal. Okay? Hope you enjoyed today's new episode on what's new on Bitcoin and how you will change the world. Thank you for watching. See you next time. Bye-bye.